All right, everybody, it's time for some more Trevin Reed because I haven't done one of these videos in like forever. Honestly, I just haven't really done any of these videos because these videos are just not really that exciting to do anymore. I just sort of am very disorganized with my pickups, and I actually do have quite a few pickups. Actually do occasionally pick up stuff. All right, I'm gonna show you guys. I got this Superman toy here because I'm just the biggest loser in the entire world, but I saw that James Gunn Superman movie, and now look, now I bought some more superhero stuff because James Gunn ruins my life every single time this dude puts out a superhero film. Oh yeah, and this comes with slime too, which I'm probably not going to use because I don't like how messy that stuff is. I know you kids out there love you some slime, so that's pretty awesome. But like, stuff like this just gets everywhere. It's like glitter, you know, it like you're just playing around with it, and it's just like so messy. So messy. Oh look, it's Sad Onion, ladies and gentlemen. I'm surprised they're still putting that on toys these days. I mean, you don't want, people under 3 getting to the slime. It's funny, I was looking for some crypto plush out there, and they didn't have any. I mean, obviously they wouldn't have any crypto plushes out there. I mean, if you've seen this movie, you already know that crypto is the real scene stiller, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you know what? I'm gonna have to make a jump cut. Oh no, it looks like it's the end for Superman, ladies and gentlemen. Or can Mantis help Superman? Well, we're not gonna look at that because look what I bought. Look at this shit. Elemental, My Busy Books. Yes, a 28-year-old man buying shit like this. Why did I buy this? Because this movie ruined my life, ladies and gentlemen. This movie made me realize that I am super autistic in ways that I sadly can't describe, and it makes me actually a little embarrassed. I bought this mostly for the toys. I don't really care. The book I don't care about. It's fine. But the toys I bought because I really like the characters in Elemental, and I love all the environments and stuff. This movie ruined film criticism for me, so this is just another one of those things that I just have to have it because, like I said, Elemental ruined my life. Speaking of other movies that ruined my life, 1997's Mouse Hunt. Yes, this 1997 gave you Trevin Reed in Mouse Hunt. That's really quite an accomplishment, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, so good on Mouse Hunt. This is a movie, I love this movie. Remember the first time I saw this on like HBO when I was like 9 years old. And I remember this movie very vividly because like this is one of those movies you used to always see at Walmart. And it had like that cover where like it was just the mouse and like it was just a mouse, but like it was really weird because like I remember seeing the promo on HBO, and I remember not really being interested until I sat down and watched it, and I actually really loved it. If you like Home Alone or just like slapstick comedies from like the 90s and stuff, you'll really get a good kick out of Mouse Hunt. It's definitely worth watching for that alone. This is from Kino Lorber. And I wanted to show you this. This is the 4K. So in 2021, Paramount released this version of Mouse Hunt, and this is one of those budgetary Blu-rays. And this Blu-ray, I was really impressed with the picture quality and how impressive it looked, because Mouse Hunt as a movie, I was not expecting to get like a super high upgrade, but it looked incredible on this Blu-ray, especially for a budgetary Blu-ray. It's really definitely the best that the film has looked. Yeah, this was actually part of the old cover, like the one that I used to always see at Walmart. That's how the Paramount one looks, and this is how the Kino Lorber one looks, which is really impressive. And this one comes with a new bonus feature, an audio commentary by Hats Off Joe Ramone. That guy does like those YouTube videos and like John Candy. Really interesting videos, by the way. And also has the cutting room. Well, it has the same features as the Paramount one, where it has the deleted scenes in the trailer. I've always been disappointed that Gord Verbinski, who went on to do like Pirates of the Caribbean and The Ring, never did a commentary on this. I've always really wondered his thoughts on Mouse Hunt. I've always found this a very fascinating comedy from the 90s. Like I said, I've always loved this film. It's always been a favorite of mine. I just like wacky comedies like this. Stuff like Tim Burton and, like I said, like Home Alone. Just that kind of stuff is stuff I wish they still make in Hollywood. I think the closest we had to this was like Hundreds of Beavers, and that movie was amazing. So, Hollywood, bring us more of those. And that's how the Paramount one looks, and that's how the Kino Lorber one looks. I'm not expecting the greatest as far as like the picture upgrade, because I've looked at still shots, and while I will say that this does look really good, it does, like, I think the color timing is a lot more different. This matches up to what it initially looked like on like the DVD and stuff, because it had that greenish tint to it, because this has a bluish tint to it, which I really liked and definitely gave it a very different filmic look. I don't know on streaming which version is the one that they're that is available, or I don't know if it's like a remaster, because I remember the last time I watched this movie on streaming was like, it was on HBO in like 2021 or something like that, and they used the remaster that this one had with the bluish tint. So yeah, definitely will watch this movie again soon. And then we also have Anora on Blu-ray. I was going to pick this up on 4K, but they did not have the 4K. They only had the Blu-ray of Anora, and I am censoring this, ladies and gentlemen. I am censoring that just for prosperity's sake. All right, and I was really glad that they released this Criterion. This is a really entertaining film. Mikey Madison, I'm really happy just finally has gotten recognition, because I've always really liked her, you know, whether it was Scream 5 or Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and she did like a movie called All Souls that like nobody watched, but I only watched it because she was in it, so I was really impressed. I was really impressed that she definitely got the chance. And this obviously Criterion like booklet, and these Criterion booklets are really amazing. These are always a work of art. I'm trying to keep my Criterion spending a little limited, because I go overboard with Criterions when it's like the 50% off sale. And then last but not least, ladies and gentlemen, is a Minecraft movie, which is a movie that I actually really like this movie. I actually just wanted this for the collection, to be honest with you. I'm not even that crazy about Minecraft, but I did get a kick out of this movie. I thought it was actually kind of fun as a, I don't want to say guilty pleasure kind of way, but just sort of in that way of like, you know, they kind of stopped making these films. Like, it was almost like a throwback to some of the stuff that they used to make in like the 2000s. So I kind of enjoyed it for what it was. You know, it's as opposed to like, you know, being really in depth on it. I was surprised this didn't come with a DVD. I guess they don't do that anymore, where like you get the DVD and the Blu-ray, Warner Brothers. And there you go. You could begin your Minecraft adventure with this QR code that probably doesn't work on your YouTube thing. So for all you crafty people out there, congratulations. So yeah, those were the pickups for today. This is the worst video I've ever done here on this YouTube page, even worse than the Ryan's World one. I'm probably the biggest idiot in the entire planet for buying all this stuff. I mean, 20 years later, it probably won't even matter. They'll probably sit in somebody's Goodwill bin or whatever, or thrift store bin. I don't even know if Goodwill will be a thing 20 years later. But yeah, anyways, stay tuned for another bootleg video. And Glenn Powell.